All right, man. Eastside Cruz said he thinking about he overlooking Cabrera and looking towards the Tank Davis rematch. We knew Tank Davis wasn't gonna fight Devin Haney. Anytime Tank Davis talk about, oh man, look how big this dude is. Like, come on, man. Well, Devin Haney's really he hydrate to a middleweight and all that shit, dude. Man, the little dudes that I used to know, I go to school with them jokers had heart. You know, they used to want to fight. They didn't care how big he was. But Tank Davis, as soon as he said, look how big he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Tank Davis knock out heavyweights. And this is why, you know, Eastside Cruz was kind of confrontational with Shakur Stevenson. Because he already knew they already had plans in place. And then, you know, they probably got alternative plans in place if something go wrong. But check out the Boxing News playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, Christian, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. So they already got alternatives and shit about what's going on. But apparently, was it Thursday? They had the Undercard press conference, and not a soul cared about it. I only see it streaming on Fight Hype a little bit. Nobody really cared about what they had going on, and it's a terrible undercard. You know, for Crawford and Spence, he the co-feature, but Jesus Abel Ramos on there, he on there, and somebody I ain't never heard of, two heavyweights. What he fighting Cabrera, and that's the dude who upset Gabriel Flores. So, in some people's opinion, that ain't saying much, but it seemed like he got with Freddie Roach. I think he out of Chicago, and he did a good job with him. So, maybe you know he on the come up. What a MCA say, creeping on the come up. So I think I have some interest in it, but if I woke up and the main event was just starting and I missed it, I just really wouldn't give a fuck. But I might cover both of those fights and do a review the next morning, or Sunday morning, because sometimes these cars get into Sunday on the West Coast. So let's get it. It says that Pitbull was talking more today during a virtual press conference about wanting to face Forrest a rematch against Tank Davis. Then he was about his next fight, Gervonta Cabrera, 21-07 KOs. July and 21-07 KOs, July 29th on Showtime pay-per-view. I think he stopped Gabriel Flores too, by the way. He says fans think Pitbull is scared of Shakur and is going to dodge him forever after to avoid getting beaten. I don't think that's what it is, man. I think for Pitbull Cruz, what it is that the money, and they ain't gonna really let Pitbull across the street. So it's the money he gonna get for fighting Tank, and it's a familiarity. He probably feel like, you know, he can. He probably feel like, you know, he probably feel like he can beat him. You know, so he probably feel like he can beat him. And with Shakur Stevenson, I think he got a style to beat Shakur Stevenson. You know, so that's what I believe. I think he feel like he got the style to beat Shakur Stevenson. I mean to beat Tank, but I like his style to beat I like his style versus Shakur too, to be honest. You know, short, can close the distance on him. It's gonna be interesting to see how you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how he you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how he make the adjustment, you know, versus Pitbull Cruz being shorter and coming forward. That's the person who gonna give That's the person who gonna give Shakur Stevenson a run for his money. Is somebody who gonna be able to close the gap on him. But once he maintain his distance, then I pretty much think it's over with after that. Once he get his distance down, but it's hard to get distance from them shorter guys that know how to close the gap on you. Those like Madonna and Mayweather, those are the ones that cause boxers the most problems. So those are the ones that cause boxers the most problems. So you got to kind of keep that on your temple, real quick or whatever. But you can't overlook Cabrera. I seen that man beat Flores, and I ain't saying Flores a world beater. But what I can say is Flores can fight. Cabrera, Flores is talented. He said, I'm going to put on a show against Cabrera. It's going to be a part of my effort to close every single door that Davis has available so that he can't escape and go anywhere. And he's going to have to face me once again, said Pitbull Cruz to the media during today's virtual press conference for July 29th fight against Gervonta Cabrera. I have to prove that Isaac Cruz is the best at 135. Now, maybe if Shakur Stevenson get a belt, he'll be, he don't get, Tank, maybe they'd do it. But remember, Top Rank and PBC don't mix. Like what Biggie say? No, I'm not gonna say that line. So I mean, like I said before, Pitbull Cruz, man. Yeah, so be it. Do what you got to do. You know, that's the fight you want to say, want to have. Hey, look here, dude. It's so funny as people say, well, Pitbull Cruz ducking, but we know PBC don't like doing business with Top Rank, even though they said they ain't had the money for Terrence Crawford and they came up short, and Errol Spence had to get some of his money out of his own pocket, which people criticized Bob Aaron when he made Bud give up some money in his own pocket to fight in Omaha versus Gamboa. Won't nobody say nothing about Al Heyman. He just gave Canelo $100+ million. What's giving Crawford a few extra $1 million and letting Earl keep his money in his pocket? What's the problem? What's the problem? That's what I'm asking. What's the 411? What's the issue with that? Because he didn't want the fight to happen. So, I mean, like I continue to say, bro, they not going to play with no more fire with Tank. They going to move backwards. They going to say, well, it was Sunday that stopped this fight from being as good as it was. And now we going to put it on a Saturday. And people going to watch it and bad. They're familiar with it. And Tank coming off a million, so it's bigger. Other than moving forward, putting them in the undisputed fight, keeping the train moving forward. Like I continue to say, dude, it is what it is. When I watch it, yeah, every Tank Davis fight is phenomenal and fun and exciting. But just imagine how much more exciting if it has something on the line. It would be. Just imagine that for a minute. Just imagine that for a minute. But, like I said before, Cruz know what he want. He knew what that check hit like. He know now that Tank did extra pay-per-views, that check gonna hit a little bit more different. Why go fight Shakur Stevenson on pay-per-view or a regular platform on ESPN, even though to get him more exposure, when I can go get a super duper bag versus him, it's business. And when it's business, when it's business, it's business. And I'm gonna bring that up. When it's business, it's business. I'm always gonna keep it real with y'all. When it's a business decision to be made, then I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all it's a business decision to be made. So this is what Isaac Cruz is doing. He's making a business decision, and I ain't mad at it, bro. And once again, shout out to Ernest for donating to the channel. Man, make sure you hear this next live. I'm about to say it, but it's a business decision, and you can't knock it. You can't knock it. I'm gonna go fight Shakur Stevenson for less money, even though the ESPN platform can grow my can grow my can grow my can grow my platform. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Well, can't grow my thing, but I think he'd be one of Shakira's toughest fights, to be honest, because I know how he gonna close that gap. I know how he gonna close that gap. So Dad had to close that gap, and that's the problem. But once he did close the gap and make Shakira Stevenson fight, I think it'll get fun. I think it'll get fun. I think it'll get real fun. So uh I think it'll get real fun. I think that's one of the better fights to make. Zepeda, Cruz are the best. In my opinion, they are the best fights. They are the best fights for Shakir Stevenson to push him stylistic wise outside of Tank. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Christians get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out the Box Moves playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.